Those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, they'll throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be a second down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Second and 9 now. A quick throw, but incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Michael Ojemudia with the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Shotgun now from Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And oh, he coughed it up. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second and 1. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Broncos 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Murray now. This is caught. It's Woods.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And returning it, here's Hamler. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Eluding the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go.
Murray going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken way up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
3 yards remain for second down. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Cards are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The drive will commence with a run by Ballage. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A final shot before half for Murray. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete, Okuegbunam. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Sheds off the tackle, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
1st down, Murray. He finds Watson. It's gone. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
31's the mic. I don't think you got it, son. 31's the mic. Let's go, D.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
31's the mic. Watch the slip.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll get that one complete to Connor. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing now is Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Connor. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. This one swung out to Williams. That catch good for only a couple. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of the time
that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd and 7, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught. Jeudy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Under 10. Check 26.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can